How to apply a grid in Photoshop, a physical grid to an image. Go to the Tools panel and set the foreground colour. I'm going to use that. Then go to Filter and down to Stylize and Tiles. Now the settings for tiles are quite odd. Sometimes you'll notice you get this imperfection where it works at a random size for the offset. So I'd suggest go for 1 and go here, number of tiles, maybe 30 or 40. If you go for 10 or 5, you will notice some slight problems. So foreground colour and click OK. And then you get your perfect grid very quickly in Photoshop. Now you can see it's black here. That was the foreground colour. But you can use the swatches. So go swatches and again do filter, tiles, and then it's applied in white. Now you can do it to a new layer. There's a slight problem here, but let's just go to layer and new layer and click OK. Now the new layer's got nothing in it, absolutely nothing in it, so you need to fill it with something. Now you could fill it with brush strokes or a sort of gradient, but I'm just going to go to edit and fill. And I'm just going to fill it with, I could go with white. So white, click OK. Now obviously you can't see the underlying image, but now you can go to filter and let's just set the colour, say, to red. And again, filter, stylize and tiles. And with 31, foreground colour, click OK. And you've now got your red grid. Of course, if you want to see your underlying image, what you need to do is go here, select the layer, then go to the blend modes and go for, say, darken. Now you could go light, all those sorts of things, you can see different results, but you probably darken is going to be about the best. So darken, and now you can see you've got the grid as well as your background. And the reason for this is now, as a layer, you can apply other effects to it. So if you want to, you can resize it, move it around, reposition it, so you don't have to have it covering the entire image. Maybe hold down the Alt Option key and duplicate it. That's on the keyboard. Now sometimes this might be complicated because you have to select the actual pixel layer, and sometimes you might find it's not easy to select. And you can just drag that around and release. But also what you can do, you can distort it. So you can resize it, move it around, rotate it, and also filter, maybe go to liquify. So filter and liquify, and you can see the grid there. This is, you can see the reason why the grid requires the darken, because you've got this, you've got the white there, and you can just modify it, you can play different things. Let's just drag that in different ways and click OK. And now you can see you've got your grid. Unfortunately, because of the way it's done, you can't use layer effects. So if you try and use a layer effect, it's applied to the entire layer, which is not ideal. Also what you can do, you can use selections. So if you've got selections, let's just get here, you can see, I'm going to use this selection, but you could use any selection. Use any of these tools to create a selection. Drag over it, change the colour, maybe go for black, go to filter and stylize and tiles, or just repeat it and use 30 or maybe go for 50. Click OK and you've got your grid. Then go to select and inverse, maybe go for white, change the colour, filter, stylize and tiles, and instead of 50 go for 70. Click OK and now you've got your white grid. And you can see you can combine them in multiple ways, create all kinds of different designs with white, black, green, etc. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you much.